What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Danny Miles the Bar God, I'm back. Salute to everybody out there. Yikers Island gang. What up? What up? What up? We in this bitch. Yikes! So we finna get right into it. Something that I've been interested in since a child is let me see. I got the alien on my arm. I don't know if I can see it. Yeah, man. I just want to know, have y'all ever seen anything strange in the sky? Have you ever had like an experience? Daryl Cherry was good. Daryl Cherry, my man Traumatos. Lori said, what? Yikes! What up? What up? What up? What up? Salute, salute, salute. Yeah, man, we finna get into it, man. I know my man Trauma probably got some stories. We're gonna get him on here in a second. But I definitely want to know, have y'all ever had any, like, did you ever see something in the sky that you couldn't explain, or something that you, I gotta get my man Tyrant on here because he had the craziest video filmed right outside my house in Vegas. And he had the real UFO video, man. Man, shout out to Nellis Air Force Base. Let's get into this 12 right quick.
Oh, that's the one.
I just wanted my story to be told by someone important, nothing but horrors. It's what I endured was all bloody and gory. Came home so many times with blood in my jaws.
What up, what up? Miss Trauma was good.
Often. You told me these are deeds I never wanted rewarded. Money was short and no success, ton of misfortune. I was sitting in the kitchen by 1 in the morning. Got on my knees and prayed I'd double the portion. Drop the ice in pots, guys gon' trouble the waters. Y'all have nothing to know, y'all just run with the stories. How you watch a nigga life when they come and record it? I watched my homie bury
wow. I feel about bootlegging. Lori, that's an incredible story. That's incredible.
Came home and got killed by a couple of homies. How do I explain that to a son and his dog knowing he won't raise him well? We died on a paper trail. His killers hugging on his sister, she ain't take this well. I did a poem for him, tears flowing down my face as well. I'm speaking of a better place, knowing he went straight to hell. Out here they praying the week, they out here playing for keeps. I done done too much dirt, I can't stay in the streets. My first op told me he had kids, I laid him to sleep. Now I got 2 kids, I'm praying for peace. It wasn't no shooter's remorse, wasn't no rules in this war. Now we're years down the line, and I grew and matured. You see
the parallel universe.
Kids keep moving along. I return the favor when I see you, I mature. I beg and plead with God, cause he know every evil job I did. Took so many out, I
damn. Hold on.
Big homie came to all my parents' teacher conferences.
Hold on.
Back then, I was the man.
So, hold on, man, real quick. I wonder why YouTube scrubbed a bunch of Arizona Lights videos a couple years ago. Yeah, that Phoenix Lights event, 1997, definitely was profound. Fife Symington, the governor then, back then, of Arizona, or maybe he was the mayor. I don't know if he was the mayor or the governor, but Fife Symington did a press conference the day after, or a couple days later, and he kind of like made light of the situation. Came out like in an alien suit, and it was like, this is what you guys saw. But years later, he actually came out and said he saw the event himself and could not explain it. And I think just from the higher ups kind of pushed his hand and made him make light of that situation. So Lori says she saw something and then went later on and found out that she wasn't the only one that saw that. Hey, y'all hit the like button while y'all in here real quick. It only take 1 second to hit the like button, man. Hit the like button for the GOAT, man. Come on. That's right. Trying to tell them. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, please, man. We got a lot of dope content coming on this show. A lot of dope contests, giveaways, all that stuff. I was scared to walk from my car to my house. I tell everybody, ain't no mistaking what I saw. Hold on. Joey, I can't pronounce it. Richardi. Sorry for messing up your last name. But Joey says, listen, I straight up saw an MF spaceship UFO 10 years ago in Montgomery County, PA in March. Late snowstorm. I was driving home on the highway about 1 a.m. I've never been so shook in my life. I believe you. I don't feel like they are people that just want to come on here and just make up stuff about this. This is a good place. Tim Nelson was good. Salute to Tim Nelson, genius. Salute. Plug your plug the website where they can go and check the website out. It's fucking awesome. They tried to say it was flares from a military exercise. Absolutely, as they always do. Just like when they was saying that recently, what was that, February, when they shot down the unidentified. First, it was the Chinese spy balloon, but then there were 3 other objects that they shot down, and then miraculously they could not recover the wreckage because of the terrain. It was shot over. There was one in Canada, one in I got it. I saved the files, baby. I saved the files. So I believe so, Tim Nelson. Are the Arizona Lights the biggest mass sighting of UFOs in the United States? I definitely believe that is. For sure. Lori, hold on. Lori's going to get a bar guide for that.
Bar guide!
She said flares do not move intelligently.
Bar guide!
Bar guide to Lori.
Yikes!
Facts. Let's keep it going. Project Blue Book series is a must watch. I'm on all these. I've been doing this shit. I've been doing it. If you look at my Twitter or my Instagram bio, it'll say something like dad, battle rapper, fighting games, ufologist. I've been doing this UFO shit since a child. That's right, Lori. Queen Kinesis, good to have you on here. That was nothing but a gender reveal. Traumatose, man, I got to get you on here to tell me some of the stories because I know Alaska is a super mysterious part of the world and it's so much nature and beauty there, but there's also a lot of disappearances that go on in Alaska. Let me go ahead and find these little articles that I saved for y'all. Well, for me, but I got them. I kept the files, nigga. I wasn't finna get away with this shit. Just try to put some shit out there real quick and then just it's gone. Like, okay, it just kind of came and went. And this is normally how they brush over these events that happen. Shout out to my man Tyler for with a secure team. So y'all, if y'all ain't following Tyler on secure team, please follow him. Let me see. Aliens. Hold on. Here we go. Let's get different opinions. Edward Branch says aliens are not real people, just see really ugly humans and say they saw one. I think it's a little deeper than that. It's a little more nuanced than that, Edward. You know, I saw something before for sure. I definitely saw something with my family, so it wasn't just me. Yeah, man. Cloud shapes. Yeah, like people can be high and drunk and definitely mistake something that it really isn't what you think it is, and it's just a cloud or something. Like, you know, yeah, y'all know how clouds can be anything. You ever look at a cloud and like, oh, it looks like Abraham Lincoln, or that looks like a dog fighting a walrus, whatever it may be in your mind. But I've seen some super, super highly strange, unexplained things. Be easy. You ever seen anything crazy? Or have you had? Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Nah, you right about that.
Yikes!
Nah, I know what you're talking about, Kinesis, for sure. Let me find these pictures though. I mean these screenshots of the articles. I gotta go through these dang pictures. Damn, girl. I'm just playing. Maybe I'm not. But yeah, I saved the files, man. Be easy. All right. How can you say aliens are not real if you haven't seen one? So I'm gonna drop the code. Fuck it, we saying link. Fuck it, we going back to saying link again, dog. Niggas know what I'm talking about. If y'all mind is somewhere else, then that's on y'all. I'm a grown man. But yeah, please join. Yes, I definitely saw Skin Rocker Ranch. Think Tank was good. Salute from Atlanta. I'm not a big conspiracy theorist or quick to label something as otherworldly. All I know is I saw an anomaly that other people have been seeing before, after the inception of the internet. Oh my.
Bar God. Yikes.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, ain't nobody's judging nobody. Ain't nobody trying to like say, oh, you're crazy or that wasn't real or you're high or you're drunk. Like, this ain't about that. We not doing that. If you saw something, you saw something. If you didn't, you didn't. I got the link in the comments. If y'all want to come on here and talk about share your experiences with me, come on here. I've really been studying this for a long time. I want to get Jeremy Corbell on here. I would love to have, oh, by the way, I got an actor coming on here. I got an actor coming on next week. He's going to be talking about his movies, his upcoming movies that he's got going on. I'm trying to get Lloyd Banks to come on here and talk about his new album. And like I said, I want to get Bob Lazar. That's like the holy grail of ufology to me. Bob Lazar's story is, in case y'all don't know, real quick, Bob Lazar is the scientist that actually broke the Area 51. He broke the existence of Area 51 to the general public. He did an interview with George Knapp, who has been following the UFO phenomena since the 70s. And yeah, Bob Lazar actually worked on the captured UFOs. Allegedly, let's just go allegedly, right? But a lot of stuff that he said turned out to be true later, like Element 115. He was talking about Element 115 back in the 80s, and then the government 30 years later said, yeah, there is a such thing as Element 115. How did he know that? How did he know that? He also was saying, yeah, there's this place called Area 51. Everybody was like, the government denied it for 30, 35 years. Then they come out and say, yeah, there is such thing as Area 51. They was trying to discredit him and try to say he was a kook, as his conspiracy theorist. An interesting thing about Bob Lazar was he never, ever made no money from his story. He never tried to get money from it. He never made no profit from his story. So it was like, why would you say something about you working on craft that we had, that we got possession of, knowing that what this would do to your credibility and your just your livelihood, and then you not get no money from it? It's like, no, I'm just telling y'all the truth. I'm not even trying to make no money from this. I'm just telling y'all what was out there. So several of the things that he said turned out to be true 30 years later after the government was denying it. So shout out to Bob Lazar. I believe him for sure. Yeah, Mark Leasy was good. My man, Royalty was good. I gotta hit your phone, Royalty. I gotta hit your phone. Mr. and Mrs. Traumatose. So yeah, let me do it like this. I'm gonna find this joint right here. Real quick. I'm gonna just show y'all how they do. Yeah, I'm finding some cold little joints in here. So one of them was what we know about the objects shot down over North America. That was one of them. Pilots, I don't know if y'all can see that. Pilots engaged with the object that was shot down Friday near Alaska, said it interfered with their sensors. All right. This was this year. Hold on. Let's keep it going. U.S. takes down fourth unidentified flying object, which literally is the acronym for UFO, right? I mean that's what UFO stand for, unidentified flying object, right? This is it. This is not just this is not out the National Enquirer or the the little paper that be at the checkout stand when you're in a store. This is not out of that. This is straight from CNN. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they are the end all be all, but this is definitely more credible than, So U.S. takes down fourth unidentified flying object over North America in 8 days. Then China claims unidentified object in its airspace, prepared to shoot it down. I got you, Trauma. Hold on. He cautioned, okay, here, and I got another. I say I've been saving these things for a while. I got a few of them. He cautioned reporters not to attribute the objects to any specific country, as officials are waiting to get their hands on the remains and further assess what they are. But however, they never did get their hands on nothing else. You know what I'm saying? They never did. So basically, it's like we shot something down and we got to go retrieve the wreckage to figure out what it is. But then all of a sudden, the next day or two is, oh, we can't recover the wreckage because of the terrain and where it was shot down. We just can't never get to it. Of course not, right? Of course not. Yeah, you know, you're not gonna, yeah, we can't get it. We shot it down. We're the military, and there's something that we don't know what it was. We shot it down and we cannot recover the wreckage. Traumatos.
What's good? What's good?
Yo, man, what's good with you, bro? What's good?
Chilling. Hey, look, I'm looking at the mountains right now where they shut that thing down at.
So you can get to it.
Hey, look, they're lying. It's super accessible. It's super accessible.
Exactly. I know they were lying. Basically, they went and recovered whatever it was and just basically closed the story off. Like, that's the end of the story. We can't get to it.
If it was quote unquote a spy balloon, the military's going to recover it to gather the information. You know what I mean? We can't get to it. That's a bunch of crap.
He even said the vehicles fly belly up with no visible propulsion 30 years later. In the gimbal video, the mechanics seem to be as he described. That Bob Lazar was the truth, bro. Shout out to Bob Lazar, man. Like I said, I want to get him on the show, interview him. That's going to be legendary. Again, I got an actor coming on next week. That's dope. Yeah, he as in Lazar. That's what I'm saying. Author Gary Wayne has done extensive research on a phenomenological historical antecedents of aliens, demons. Okay, calculus. I'm a battle rapper. My wordplay ain't that good. Stop putting all these big words in my chat. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, but yeah, man. So, do y'all believe in aliens?
Look, I'm after.
I do.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Now, you stay in Alaska. You've been there a long time. You've been there a long time, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much grew up out there.
My whole life, pretty much. Yeah.
All right. The natives that was born and raised in Alaska, I'm sure you have. How often does this conversation come up?
Like all the time. All the time.
Wow.
Like I look at the sky all the time. Like I'm always pointing stuff out to my wife, like weird lights moving around, weird lights that disappear and appear. Like I got hella video on my phone. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, I got hella videos on my phone of weird things like that can't be explained by anything else, like really than something that's not natural to the nature or planes or nothing like that.
See, and that like these type of occurrences or sightings are pretty much commonplace in Alaska. And in fact, there's a whole series based on Alaskan sightings. I'll put that up on my Twitter later on, but yeah, I mean Alaska also, I think there was a documentary, what was it called? What the missing 411 or something like that?
Yes. My wife's from Nome where the fourth encounter stuff had
oh my god, is she from there?
Well, she used to live there. She spent a lot of time there.
He was already with the aliens right now. Hold on.
The Easy was good.
Yo, Easy, that dude. He's telling us where he from.
Hey, I had to leave Earth.
Right.
You feel me?
Now, okay, so your wife is from Nome.
Yeah.
And by the way, that film, The Fourth Kind, is probably one of the scariest movies I ever saw. In fact,
she refuses to watch it.
it's hard for me to even watch it. What was the actress's name who starred in that?
Was that
in which movie?
Mila? Was that Mila Jovovich or Jovovich?
Yeah. The Fourth Kind. And wow. So what does your wife have to add to that in terms of being from there?
Look, the camera's not on. Talk.
Oh yeah, the camera not on. You good? You can talk.
No, she's shy.
Nah, bro, man, just give us a story.
Hey, she left the room. She'll be back in a second. She'll tell me all related to y'all.
DeSoto says, "Hell yeah, aliens are real." I dead ass saw a UFO while on vacay in Mexico. Wow.
Mexico has a lot of sightings down there too.
Yeah, absolutely. She said, "Oh my God," she said, "I won't watch that movie." I feel you. And they definitely got to hit closer to you because you're actually from there. But that film is really terrifying. The Fourth Kind, man. I really do though, Rodney. I do. I got an alien tattooed on my arm, bro. Where is it at?
Hey, she's real familiar with the stories of the disappearances and stuff up there too. She's real familiar with that.
I do believe in aliens though, for real. Dead serious. I just feel like why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they be real? Whether they're demons, whether they're they're
multi-dimensional beings, or
they're from another time, whatever the situation may be, I feel like it's possible if this universe is like, like the scientists be like, yo, it's thousands and hundreds of millions and hundreds of billions of stars, which all have their own suns, their own planetary systems rotating around them. Why are we the only? It's even worse if they don't exist. No, Rodney, I haven't seen one, but I did see a UFO.
I can't believe that we're the most intelligent thing in the universe.
Yeah, if we exist, why can't other intelligent life exist? Right. So I mean, and there's a lot of quotes, there's a lot of passages in the Holy Bible that kind of allude to other beings, and when it was just different names, stars and or the Nephilim, or the let us make man in our image under our likeness.
I think Isaiah, if I remember correctly, I think it pretty much describes like UFOs like coming down from the sky with the beings coming out of it.
Yeah, even in the what was that? Ezekiel?
Or Ezekiel, I mean, yeah, Ezekiel. Ezekiel, not Isaiah.
Ezekiel's will.
Yeah.
Almost like it's like, and you can say, "Oh, Danny, you watch too much Ancient Aliens and you watch too much." I used to watch Sightings when that was on TV.
Oh, Sightings was fire.
Sightings was fire, yeah. Be easy that do. Okay, but check this. What if it's not aliens and we are the only ones? I think that's scariest. It is. It really is. I'm now in terms of are they evil? Do they want to like take over? Do they want to kill us? They want to enslave us, or they want to help us? That's a whole nother conversation. First of all, it's just like the existence in general. Is there something else out there? And why have a lot of photographs from the moon and Mars being edited and airbrushed by NASA and things taken out and
NASA cuts the cameras off when things are flying.
During those STS missions when there's shit flying by and they just all of a sudden the feed cuts. Like, it's just too much shit. I feel like it's just too much shit out there. But then I also be thinking, like, I remember like you had to be in the right place at the right time with the cameras. Like, everybody got these 4K phones and all these phones, and yet every time you get like a video, it's always this blurry,
always grainy, huh?
it's grainy. It's like you would have thought by now somebody would have had like an indisputable, because even with the gimbal, I like that gimbal video, that gimbal and the go fast. Even the one with David Frayer, Commander David Frayer. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he had an experience. And they actually chased one of these things. Of course, you can't chase it. These things move without any known means of propulsion. You know what I mean?
They defy the laws of physics and shit.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not gonna beat these things. Mac Brazel, 1947. That was July 47. Roswell. He recovers pieces of the crashed UFO, takes it home. It's like a piece of tin foil. He folds it, crushes it up, it flattens itself back out. He crushes it up again, it flattens itself back out. They're hammering it, it doesn't put a dent in it. They're trying to burn it, doesn't leave no burn mark. This is like indestructible, which is crazy to me also, because I'm like, if the material of the UFO is indestructible, how does it crash?
Crash, right?
How does it be destroyed? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of questions, but I just don't see people just making this type of stuff up. And the military, the next day, the military put out the front page. A UFO was in possession of the United States Army, and then the next day they retracted and said, "Oh, it was a weather balloon."
It's always a weather. It's always some kind of balloon.
Even today, they still use the weather balloon. Today, when they just in February when they was shooting down all them shits, it was it's a weather balloon. So that that's insane. Melanated beings.
Not only that, they also were calling
not from this particular planet. Ooh.
Yeah, so they put out a report from the Navy and the Air Force, and it said some of them were characterized as drones. I think 26. They said 163 was labeled as balloons or balloon-like entities, and the other 6 was described as cluttered. And these are just the sightings from 2021, but they said they've seen over 500 what they are calling now unidentified aerial phenomena. So they trying to like switch up the language too to kind of further confuse you, just like when it used to be global warming. Now they call it climate change because climate change doesn't sound as severe. It sounds a little bit more calm. So when they say unidentified aerial phenomena, it doesn't hit the same as an extraterrestrial or an alien. So it so it kind of puts people at ease, and they say some of these reports they don't release because of fear. They don't want the society to panic, but that's kind of BS. Like, so what are you saying? You found something, but you just withholding the information from us? So they kind of double speak. They say, hey, we don't want to reveal too much and get y'all panicking, but then they also say, hey, we seen something, but nothing to see here from the crash site. They'll say it's a crash site, but they didn't find nothing.
Right. Absolutely. A lot of shit that the government puts out there, it just kind of don't make sense. Sometimes you gotta just think for yourself. I'm not trying to persuade you to believe in UFOs or not believe. I'm not trying to persuade you one way or the other. It's just simply a question of, have you had an experience, and do you believe, yes or no? It's that simple. You either don't or do. But I personally, like I said, I definitely 100% believe in that for sure. The Dogon tribe knew about Sirius B and the whole Sirius planetary system hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years
thousands of years.
The thousands, right? Before we even had the capability to even look out that far, right? And when asked how did they know, they said that the people came down here and gave us this knowledge.
And a lot of people think it's like kooky, but many of them, the philosophers back then, who was like the renowned, brainiacs of the time, a lot of them believed wholeheartedly that the earth was flat. Now that's a whole separate discussion. but a lot of them did believe that. So people will kind of try to tie that in and be like, oh, well, these dudes believe the earth was flat, so everything they say, you just got to dismiss it. So sometimes people try to do that with UFOs too. When you start saying that you've seen these objects, people start thinking that you kind of on some sci-fi movie stuff.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and this is a it's always been a touchy subject. And this is why like a lot of people have seen something, but they never told nobody. Because they feel like the minute I say this, they gonna think I'm on dope.
Yeah, I'm crazy.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna think
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
that's all they gonna hear is like you smoke crack, or you're Isaiah prophesied that in the last days the eagle shall make its nest in the stars and stripes bars. JF88, thank you for donation. Check out Skinwalker Ranch. Yeah, I definitely don't want to be going there. Shout out to Utah though. I'm not going to Skinwalker Ranch. This is too much crazy, strange shit out that way. Same thing with Alaska though. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's interesting to see that Traumatosis' wife said she will not even watch that movie. So, you know, that's insane. Wow. I'm trying to get her to, because before she said that, I said it's difficult for me to watch it because it's like that's some crazy shit. It's scary. Miss Princess, salute to you. Salute to Miss Princess.
Like, see, I wish I could get her to talk. She's just super shy and stuff. But I wish I could get her to talk because she's familiar with.
Yeah, it would be so interesting to get her to come on and tell something that she heard, even if she didn't.
She's familiar with people just disappearing, like in Nome, like is like there's stories of people like, you know, and she's lived up there around that time where people will be walking down the street. They'll be leaving the bar. They'll be walking down the sidewalk with somebody, and they'll have a conversation with them, and then they're just gone. The person that was standing next to them just gone.
Nope. And never to be seen again.
No footprints in the snow leading anywhere. Nothing. Just gone.
That is freaking strange and terrifying.
And like to this day, you know what I mean? Like they're still just missing. It's crazy.
Have y'all seen Fire in the Sky?
Yeah.
About Travis Walton.
Yeah. That movie used to scare me when I was a kid.
Hey, you had a
Have you ever seen Communion with Christopher Walken?
I haven't seen Communion.
Yeah.
I know you had a Fire in the Sky bar against Charlie Clips on.
Yeah. I had a Fire. If y'all noticed throughout my career, I've always had UFOs and Roswell bars, and I've always had this shit in my battles. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkled in there. You know what I mean?
One went over people's head. You said you said you don't realize some UFO until a round hovers above you. He was wilding on that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but that comes from like that's what I really study and believe in this shit, right? You know, I'm actually putting together a documentary.
You was on your conceit. You was like, that's not a bar. That's a fucking fact.
Now y'all just talk about horror film. No, we're not, Kinesis. We're not just talking horror films. These films were based on real life accounts of Travis Walton. You know what I'm saying? I think who played him? Damn, I forgot who played Travis. Kinesis, how is the earth flat and hollow? Because Kinesis says, I believe the earth is flat and hollow. A few northern lights is proof of celestial orchestra. All right. Communion was an amazing, it's like a snow globe. Wait, hold on, Kinesis. Y'all had some bars like that versus Kane Marco. That's a fact. Communion was an amazing movie. Remember him dancing with those cats in the spaceship? Hilarious. Yeah, I fucking love that movie, man. Yeah, how is the earth flat and hollow? We could get into that too, but you know, be easy. Have you ever like seen something or had a strange dream or any missing time because this is like normally like when somebody like goes through an experience, like they lose hours and just cannot make up they can't remember or recall what they was doing.
Yeah, no, I've had some stuff like that, and also I've had like a dream. I don't know if y'all have ever had this. I've had a dream where it literally plays out. It was almost like a premonition. Like you have a dream and you think, oh man, it's just a dream. And then that exact dream plays out in some form of fashion in real life.
Yeah,
And
I've experienced that as well.
yeah, and like you was alluding to earlier, when you sometimes you be reluctant to speak on it because when you do, you don't want niggas like, you smoke crack, don't you?
You smoke crack, don't you?
So you kind of keep it to you kind of keep it to yourself, bro. But I have had those kind of out of body parallel experience.
Yeah, I think we all have, and people just don't be wanting to like speak on it or publicly talk about these experiences just because it's the connotation that comes with it, the stigma that comes with.
It's never nothing positive.
I saw an alien, then it's like, what nigga, you crazy? Was you high? Nigga, was you smoke? No, bro, I really saw some shit I can't explain. Nigga, you watching too many fucking movies, dog.
Yeah,
fuck out of here,
bro. Those is the two. They hit you with, are you high? Or bro, lay off the movies. Lay off.
Bro,
the
you watching too many, bro. You watch these movies is fucking your brain up, man. They think you crazy, exactly. So it's like a lot of time people just but that's not just with aliens. That's with any like traumatic shit. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Any type of trauma somebody go through, they tend to keep it to themselves. Just they're kind of more afraid of somebody's opinion of them than the actual experience that they had. People be more scared about what the public and their family and friends and how they're gonna perceive them and look at them more so than the actual trauma that they went through. And they be feeling like when you go through something traumatic and then you try to explain to somebody and then they just write you off or just don't believe you, then that it almost doubles the trauma. It like, damn, I went through that and I can't even get no help. Like nobody want to listen to my story, or
I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut next time.
Yeah, so people like, I don't even speak on that shit. But this is a safe place. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yikes!
We don't judge nobody over here.
Yeah.
How do you explain those old Renaissance paintings with the
UFOs?
Yeah, like you know what I mean? Like
that's what I'm saying. It's been in our faces all these years, like from religious texts to paintings to the carvings in the mountains in Arizona, and the indigenous, the natives. They all will tell you about the star people and the star children, and we thinking they crazy, but we got to think that there was no, like, these terms that we use today wasn't available back then, so they just kind of
related it to what they knew. A wheel, you know what I mean? Like a wheel.
There's a wheel, you know, it wasn't a UFO because during those times nothing was flying anyway. You know, it wasn't. You know, there was not like planes, like, so we call it an unidentified flying object now, starting in the 40s, maybe the 1930s, around that time. But I think the first one was seen Mount Rainier, if I'm not mistaken, in Washington, the state of Washington. The first actual sighting in modern days, because of course this shit goes way back. Is it possible that humans were engineered? Were we planted here? If you watch Prometheus, right? Y'all seen Prometheus?
Yep.
And you see how the alien drunk the goo, and then his body broke down into the water, and from that DNA, you get humans. Were we engineered? Pyramids are gravitational pull stations. The hieroglyphics, absolutely. What is all this shit like this? Like, they've been leaving. What makes extraterrestrials unbelievable is the way they have been romanticized by society and government. We have been programmed to think ET or some Star Trek-ish aliens are the government. Absolutely. Thank you for the donation. Absolutely. Rain and Miss Princess, salute to the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when the ladies get in here, they get the chimes. Bless us. Bless us with your presence and your beauty. Bless us. Okay. So yeah, man. I've seen some shit. I have friends who've seen shit. I gotta get this video from Tyrant. I gotta load this video up. This video was shot in Las Vegas, and it's the most compelling like video evidence that I've ever seen. It's like wow. Okay, so the Vatican has an observatory in Arizona. It's called the LUCI. Oh, the Lucifer Telescope. What do they know that we don't? What bar did I say something to beat out when I said I know what's under the Vatican? My fellow African. Before Smack came to LA, I was trafficking. I know what's under the Vatican. Like the Vatican and the library and what they know and what they have been hiding for all these centuries.
You will never be privy to.
Yeah, right. Absolutely, right.
They're not gonna release that information.
You're not finna just get that information.
Just like the
Andre
Bible
was good.
People think they real. People think they got like the Book of Eli type Bible. It's like, bro, you don't got the original text, bro. You got some remixed, revised version, so you don't truly know.
Right,
you know
nigga, we got the real shit down here.
And you'll never see that, bro.
I got that. Y'all got some bullshit you seen on a movie, nigga. We like I'm the Vatican.
Bruh, people will die. Yeah,
Bruh.
people will die behind
Shout
defending
out to
that.
Andre, join on here if you can, brother. You don't gotta cam up, but you can mic up if you want. And if you got an experience, I'll put the link back in the comments. What about unidentified submerged objects? You know, it's crazy that somebody
was going to be
said,
my next point. That was going to be my next point.
Told me, I heard that we know more about, you know, the other planets than we know about what's underneath our oceans, right? And I always thought about like, it's so many. There's got to be a bunch of species of marine life, animals, things, sea creatures, and things that we've never seen because we're not down there.
Correct. It said actually
the pressure that it takes to even get underneath. You know, I'm talking about miles and miles and miles underneath, like in the darkest. Like there's really no light down there. You don't know what the hell. That's to me has to be probably the scariest place.
Yeah, I'm afraid of the ocean, man.
I think that's got to be the scariest place. I would be more. I'd rather go to Mars or to the moon than to go under our own ocean because there's so much unknown in that darkness.
They said only said 80% of it is unexplored, and then they have countless reports of like marine sea divers and everything that's saying they are complete. I'm talking about trained killer Marines are saying, bro, I'm never going to the ocean again because they've seen these experiences. It's countless reports. And I know when you bring up like mermaids and mer people, people think, oh, that's just some Disney fairy tale.
What they're gonna say?
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
However, you don't know what is. If you ain't never been to the bottom of the ocean, then how you gonna tell me what's under it?
Correct. So they'll say that the Loch Ness. So in one hand, they'll say, I believe in dinosaurs. But I was like, what about the Loch Ness monster?
That's just bro, I'm quite certain without any hard data, hard evidence, but just common sense will tell you that there is a lot of stuff underneath the ocean that we just don't know about or we never photographed before. We've never seen it before. This shit never came up to the surface before. Things that have never come to the surface, I'm quite certain of this. You understand what I'm saying? You look good, baby. Thank you. What do you? Oh, shit. What do you think? Oh. What do you think's under there, Be Easy?
You know what? I think there could be some mer people under there. You know what I mean? They may not look exactly like how they've been depicted in Aquaman and the Disney movies, but I can't definitively say that, hey, they're not down there. And even if it's not some mer people down there, I think that there is some type of creature. I don't know exactly if it's the Loch Ness
we
Monster.
can't say, but yeah,
because if
maybe
you look,
something from the prehistoric era.
yeah, that's what's gonna say. Because if you look at whales, bro,
exist.
look how big these blue whales and
16
beluga
super
whales is. We can't say that there's not a species that's bigger than that whale, or there may be smaller. I seen one dude. I wish I could bring the picture up, but I seen one dude. He pulled out a fish, but the fish looked like it had a dog face. It had crazy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I seen that shit, and I wasn't surprised. I'm not surprised
me either
at any of this shit, because it's like, if you said 80% of the ocean is unexplored, so let's forget the animals. Let's start with sunken ships, sunken cities.
Right.
I'm talking about entire countries that have went under.
And my bad, I
gold. There's got to be gold and artifacts, plates, bowls, spoons, weapons, just different animals that we never that's just not on record. And shout out to Leader Boss. Antarctica has many creatures we don't know about, which is perhaps the strangest place on Earth, right? Because it's like the least inhabited, the least explored, and also at the same time, right, the most like restricted. Right?
Correct.
You got to think about, we talk about Antarctica a lot on here, because it's like, it's almost like it's just there. It's just a big old ice mass, right? And that's it. That's all you ever was taught about. What did they teach you in school about Antarctica? What did they teach you?
It's frozen.
That's it. Right?
That's it. I didn't learn anything else.
That's it. It's frozen. All right, move on. Right? And that's all you ever been taught about Antarctica. Okay. Yeah. My man Andre, pull it up. Hold on. Let me get Andre in here. All right.
And I just want to make one.
Andre, what's good?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Salute, man.
Hey, I just had to make one quick correction. It's actually only 5% of the ocean has been explored, so that leaves 95%
of the world's oceans
has
unexplored.
Correct.
We went to the moon, allegedly. We went to the moon, but we haven't been under our own water. The best of compilation is how Vicky doing. Her foot broke. She just trying to recover. So
salute to her, man. Salute to Vicky, man.
Yeah. She trying to get there.
Crazy. Prayers to the bar goddess.
Compilation 1.7K in 3 hours. Salute. I ain't watched it yet. I ain't checked it out. I don't even be. Bro, I do my battles, you know what I'm saying? And I'm back here with y'all. Like, I don't mean, not that I don't care about my rap career, but it's like, I do the battle and it's like, it's so routine now. It's like, all right, I did that. Salute, take some pictures, throw some tweets up. I'm all right. I'm back home.
Then go pick a flight.
I'm not into that shit like that, man. Like, I got a regular life. You know what I'm saying? Danny getting close to the ice wall theory. What about the Stargate, Bermuda Triangle? I definitely believe I believe in all this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I learned about igloos and ice fishing.
And
what about Atlantis? Atlantis got to be under the damn ocean, right?
Yeah, fact, right. And they say it's not just under the ocean; it's a highly advanced civilization under the ocean. It's not just a regular
Rabbit Hole Podcast.
Right?
Salute, Scoot. What's up? What you, boy? What up with you? Tell knowledge. I said, what up? In school in Mexico, they taught us that Antarctic ice particles are contained in all pyramids, that there is another pyramid under the layers of ice out there. I'm quite sure of it. I told y'all last week about the Piri-Reis map, you know what I'm saying? About that showed the Antarctica shoreline before it was covered with ice. It was just a regular ass landmass. They had civilizations there and animals and agriculture, and it was just that part never gets spoke about. Like, who were these people? Where did they go? What happened? All you hear is about the ice. That's it. That's all you know about Antarctica. Yet and still, you're like the military has restricted airspace over this, right? If it's just nothing but ice there, why is it restricted? And why we just can't go there? Because you can't just go there. You know that, right?
You gotta get special permission to go there, and you can only go to one small part of it.
Yeah, you can only go to like the one little control place and take some pictures. And there's a couple cruises that go by the shoreline, or not the shoreline, but there's a certain little part you can go and see it,
like the glaciers and stuff.
Yeah, but as far as like exploring that whole continent, like we just can't go down there. Well, first of all, obviously it's probably the most severe place on Earth. I mean,
yeah, weather-wise, yeah. Like who wants to go down there to do?
That's what they tell us, though.
You know what I mean?
That's what they tell us. We don't know if that's really true. That's what they tell us.
Right.
What, as far as what the weather?
The weather, yeah. Like, look, it gets cold up here. I would assume that it's something like Alaskan weather, right? I would assume it would be something like Alaskan weather, and like it do get cold up here, but it's not unbearable. People live here.
Right, but it's not like they have an infrastructure. They don't have like water purification systems, electricity. You know what I mean? Like it's very. There's not an infrastructure.
I got my man from the military who actually
roads,
went down there.
Stuff like that. It's just you're basically just standing on a big piece of ice.
Facts. I mean, well, yeah, from what they tell us though, but I feel like they got it closed off and stuff. I feel like there's.
I mean, is there something there? Probably so. Probably some type of military. We may not only be the only military there. I'm sure other countries probably have some type of military.
You see if I can get him on this phone.
I know definitely the submarines go there.
Hold on. Hey, bro.
Yep.
I'm live on my show right now. I'm not saying your name or none of that.
All right.
But we was talking about Antarctica.
Okay.
I think you're the only person I know that actually been down there.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically it's like we're talking about aliens and the belief in and things about what's underneath our oceans. Like only 5% of the ocean has been explored. Then we start talking about Antarctica. So I know you've been down there. It's like this mysterious landmass, right? It's like why is it restricted? Why is there restricted airspace there? And why do you have to get like special permission to go down there? Because like only the military and scientists really can go down there.
Yeah, they do. I gotta there's some tourism. There is some tourism there. But I can tell you what I've been told and what I've seen. I can tell you, from a military perspective, most of the stuff that's down there has to deal with, is environmental stuff as well as satellites and communication stuff. So as far as like the environmental side of it and, they give you this briefing and they show you like what Antarctica was like, 10,000 or whatever before the last ice age, whatnot. So I think, there's a lot of ecologists and, I think the other side of that is looking for, whatever precious resources that could be down there underneath all the ice. At least what I've seen. And again, on the military side, it's a lot of satellite communication, intelligence side of the house still there.
I know,
but I wasn't exposed to nothing crazy.
yeah. See, I know you can't say nothing crazy. I know you can't say nothing. I know you can't say no the classified shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to have them knocking on your door, man.
The boys are come, man. The boys
are trying to have them knock on your door. You don't got to get none of the real shit, man. But I thought you're the only person I know that actually been there. And from a military, perspective as well. So it ain't like just one of my homeboys from the hood just went out there. It's like you got some real intel on like the other shit that's going on. What's the secret shit, man? You can't tell me live, man. But Why is it restricted? Why?
As from again, from what I understand, as far as restrictions are concerned, there are some international treaties that cover like Antarctica. It's almost like the way they've done what they've done in space. Is simple fact that Antarctica is an unclaimed area. You know, like nobody owns Antarctica. There isn't a central government that's there or anything like that. So whatever is found there and done there, it's supposed to be, you know, completely shared with everyone. Obviously, that's not always happening,
right?
Because, you know, we do things that are there. There are other countries that do things that are there for their own interests and stuff like that. But you can, like I said, you can still take some tourist flights.
Yeah, but those are gonna be limited.
Exactly. Actually,
I don't think you're gonna have like just complete free access to say, "Hey, I'm just finna move out here and I'm finna wherever." Yeah, exactly. You can't just live there. First, go ahead.
What I would say is that because I've been to Thule, Greenland, as well as Antarctica. So Thule is probably the farthest north I've ever been, and obviously Antarctica is the furthest south I've ever been. They're very similar in the simple fact that they are so desolate, and like, you know, Antarctica is the driest place on Earth. Despite the snow that's there and everything that you see as far as all the ice, it is such a harsh living environment, bro. It's like, it's one of the reasons why they wanted to use that to be a spot to where if you want to colonize, let's say Mars or some other place that's very desolate, that's one of their target
that's
places.
where you would go to train for Mars.
Yeah, to a harsh environment planet. Yeah, if you can survive there, you can survive Mars. They're doing the same thing in Hawaii. They have a spot in Hawaii that's very similar in a lava zone where nothing really grows. So, you know, setting up biospheres and stuff like that. So you can have your own, environment there. So they do those type of things down there as well. But it's super harsh, man. Like I've been down there. I've been down there twice. Once in what they would call their summer, and once that's like right at the beginning of winter. And like that was crazy. And I've been, I was stationed in North Dakota. I been to Thule, Greenland, but it was the coldest place I'd ever been. So it's pretty crazy.
All right, man. Thank you just for even sharing just that little bit. You know what I mean? Appreciate you for being on the show. I'm gonna talk with you later. I'm gonna talk with you later off air. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You can hit me up. Right now, I'm here about to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I had to step out the theater. It's about to start, so I'm gonna head back. Yeah, come out tomorrow officially, but you know the day prior to be.
Oh yeah.
Releasing,
Guardians of Galaxy. Oh yeah, Thursday. That's right.
I'll be flying out to Boston tomorrow, so I probably won't be able to see it until Monday. But anyway, enjoy your time. Let me know about the movie. You know what I mean? Afterwards, I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. Peace.
Shout out to bro, because I want
shout out to the bro. I ain't gonna put his name out there, but I don't want to get him no.
Shout out to mystery bro.
Look, you have dudes in black suits and earpieces pulling up to his crib and shit, Danny.
Right? Yeah, I ain't trying to have him. Yeah, but the shit that he told me, you know, I'll leave that alone.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Antarctica scheme. Coming soon.
Oh, shit.
Antarctica scheme coming soon. Right.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Hey, look, those were well military calculated answers.
Well, yeah. I mean, he got to. He don't want to get thrown in Guantanamo Bay or something.
I feel that. I was listening to his tone and the way he was like explain. I was like, oh, those are good calculated answers.
Yeah, especially if he has security clearances, he could lose that.
Yeah, for real though.
You don't want to lose your clearances, so yeah.
I just want to touch on some stuff that's actually not allegedly, and it is reported basically from Antarctica's on site. Right now, the weather, because he said it was super cold out there, is -46 degrees.
Yeah.
negative 46, and they said the warmest it's ever got is 67 degrees. And speaking of traveling there, it says for U.S. citizens, you need to complete a DS 4131 advance notice, tourist form, and a non-government activity for the Antarctic Treaty.
Yikes.
Then you got to submit it to the Department of State Office of Ocean and Polar Affairs, and you need to do this 3 months in advance. And you got to do it at least 3 months. Yeah.
This is what
That
I'm
makes
saying.
sense.
Like,
That
you
makes
can't
sense.
just go down there.
Right.
But if it's nothing but ice,
But then you can't just
why
you
you
can't
gotta
just
do
be
all
like,
that?
oh, I'm gonna fly to the Antarctica airport and I'm just chilling in Antarctica. Like, you actually have to have a way to get there. You know, you got to coordinate all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so it probably takes like months and months just to plan to go down there because you got to get all your transportation order and all of that. You know what I mean? Because I don't think they have just ferries to take you to Antarctica, right? So, you know, it's probably like a whole thing just to get there.
Well,
And-
regardless of the Antarctica thing, what do you think about the ocean?
Like, what part of it? Like, what do you?
All of it.
All of the ocean.
I mean, yo, there's a lot to be, you know, a lot to be explored in the ocean, man. It's you know, I
Do
heard
you
you
think
say
there's some
something like
stuff under there that we
5%
just
of the
haven't
ocean's
seen?
been explored, which is true. Like the Earth is like 75% water, right? Something
Right.
like that. So it's like we don't know a lot about the ocean. It's so deep, and you know, yeah, we have those little rovers and stuff like that that goes underwater, but they're finding every week. They're finding new species in the water. You know, things we've never seen before. Especially if you go real deep, there's fish that create their own light because it's so dark.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's all kinds of crazy stuff down there. So, you know, yeah, man, it's crazy what could be possibly down there. You know?
Could there be an alien presence underneath
Ooh.
our ocean?
Oh man, could there?
I've seen the videos of the Marines and the Navy that have always constantly seen things coming in and out of the ocean, way out in the middle of the ocean, and they
Right.
got these things on radar, and they're like, "What the hell is this?" Like,
Right. No, that's a fact. It could be. It could be. I
then
I
what
don't
about the
know,
Bermuda
but I would have
Triangle?
to see. I would have to see more evidence to just say we hit this alien.
Theodore, welcome to the show, Theodore. Hold on, let's get
Foolish was good.
Yo, Trauma, salute. How's it going?
Salute to you. Can we hear you?
For work. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Cool.
What up, Foolie?
Salute.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out before work, you know. I like the conversation. It's interesting. I want to get up, you know.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
the aliens.
I want to speak on are
underwater.
any of y'all familiar with the Bermuda Triangle?
Not
Absolutely.
personally.
Yeah, I've never been there, but I'm aware of it.
Okay,
We have a triangle up here too, a vortex up here.
Okay, yeah, because some people call it different things, the Devil's Triangle, but it has been reported that over 50 ships and 20 airplanes have mysteriously disappeared. Now, some people could, you know, attribute that to some sort of extraterrestrial alien life form. Who knows? I'm just saying, they don't have a definitive answer. You know what I mean? So who knows what was the cause of that, bro?
But when how long ago has it? Like, when was the last time a plane or something had been lost? Right? Hasn't it been like something like 70 years ago or something like that? Like, I feel what it might have been was just people getting caught up in hurricanes and shit like that back before you had radar that could track that stuff, and so they had no way of knowing, hey, you about to fly into a hurricane or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they would just end up, unfortunately, you know, crashing because they didn't have that kind of radar back then to detect. Now airplanes have radar in the cockpit. So if you see a bad storm, you could just fly around it. You couldn't do that in 1940s, 50s, right? So I think it's more like weather stuff related because they had no way of detecting that stuff back then than it is anything else, in my opinion.
Do you believe in Stargate? Yeah, I mean, what y'all just tell me? Do y'all believe in aliens?
I mean, here's my thing, Danny. If I could speak on that,
Yes or no?
I believe in aliens, but
Yes.
how like if aliens do exist, I've always thought like what would be the incentive of them coming to Earth? If you have the ability to fly to any planet in the universe, you're gonna fly to one that already has intelligent life, like it doesn't like what you know what I'm saying? You could just
What
find
if
that
they're just explorers? What if they're just explorers?
So you think they're watching us, or do you think
Are they interacting with us?
Are they already here?
Right.
Right. That you know that people talk about transhumanism. I mean,
I think
what if they was actually made it with a human?
I think if there are aliens, it's highly unlikely that they would have evolved exactly like humans are on Earth now. Like the probability of that is like less than it's like 0% that they would have evolved the exact same way that we did here on Earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like if you really think about it,
But how do you measure their evolution though?
well, if you think about it, right, the only reason why mammals are the only reason why we are mammals here is because of the meteor that killed the dinosaurs, right? If it wasn't for that meteor that killed off the dinosaurs
That's a theory.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So what would be the probability that another meteor would have hit their planet to cause mammals to actually be the dominant creatures and species on their planet, and then they have humanoids evolve from mammals just like we did? Like that's almost impossible to have that same exact thing happen and around the same time to give their mammals the ability to evolve at the same rate that the ones here on Earth did. See what I'm saying? Like it's too much that would have to go right or perfect in order for that to happen. So I don't think aliens will look like us, is what I'm saying, basically. Like not even close.
So
they will be
what would they
taller,
look
shorter,
like?
bigger. They would be taller, shorter, bigger eyes, smaller. You know what I mean? Like they would evolve to whatever the conditions are to their planet.
Right.
But you don't know what planet they're coming from, though.
So no, but what I'm saying is like if, like for example, if their planet has less gravity than ours, then they're going to be taller than us. If their planet has more gravity, then they're going to be shorter, right? Because it's going to be hard for them to grow. You know what I'm saying? If they have a stronger gravity than we do, so it's certain. So it just depends on their environment on their planet.
That's interesting. But you do feel like it's a possibility that they can exist.
Oh, absolutely. I want look. There's too many galaxies. There's too many planets in the universe for there not to be other intelligent life, whatever you call intelligent life, right? Because intelligent life is also relative, because you might have species on other planets that might look at us like we're ants. Like these guys aren't smart at all. Like this, I think there's species that could probably talk to each other telepathically. So they're looking at us. Like,
right.
You see what I'm saying? So they're looking at us like we're not intelligent at all. Y'all still got to open your mouth to speak.
Y'all still got to open your mouth. Yeah,
right, exactly. So
even
intelligence is relative.
Have mouths. Real quick, Danny, if aliens come to battle and only one battle rapper to save the world, who's your pick besides you? I would bet the existence of the world on Rum Nitty. Without doubt. That's the first person coming.
The alien versus alien.
I mean, damn. That's the theme of it, right? But honestly,
you mean other than yourself?
One battle rapper defend the Earth in a rap battle. First of all,
the Earth's realm.
Is gonna beat the aliens. Let's start there. Like none of us is beating the aliens, right?
Right.
They're gonna hit us with some shit from literally another
from
universe.
2050. Hey,
I
'cause we
could,
already
Danny.
talking-
You know what they would do, Danny? They would travel to the
They could
future.
be artistically held back. You know, you
We're
never
still
know.
thinking in terms of numbers, right? We're talking about I'm a 30 you. They're like, what is a 30? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is
Hey,
a 30?
they said
What
I'm a
is that?
3,000
So
you. I'm a
let's
3,000
hold on.
you.
Let me get to
They're gonna be like, y'all still using numbers?
maybe
we stopped
Ilmac.
using numbers 2 million years ago.
I would have to be Romney or Ilmac if I gotta put the. I want to say daylight. Yeah, it got to be one of those three. I mean, I would bet on myself if I gotta save the world, and I'm gonna beat the alien.
So best 2 out of 3, it would be you,
Lori.
Rum Nitty, and Daylight. That's not bad. I would take that. I would accept that.
Lori said what? Thank you for the donation. She said, what do you think about the Pentagon speaking on a possibility of a mothership in our solar system? That it's like they trying to tell us something. Like it's like they're not trying, they are telling you, but you just have to believe it. Like you gotta, first of all, the Black Knight satellite has probably been in the solar system for years. Let's go back to the Phobos. Let's go back to Phobos. It's one of the satellites of Mars. We sent a probe there, and right before our probe was disconnected or we lost contact with our probe, we took a picture there's a signal. Y'all can look it up. There's a cigar shaped thing that is like right before we lost contact with our satellite from Phobos. This is back in the 70s. So just look up Phobos anomaly. Just Google that or YouTube it. Black Knight satellite, look that up. This thing has been in our solar system forever, and it's like, what is it? What is it? I remember Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong, and
they said that Black Knight.
What's his name? He just passed away. One of the 3 or 4 astronauts that landed on the moon, and they used a back channel to speak with each other, and they said, "Hey, they are here watching us. They're here." Like, they was communicating back and forth with NASA from Houston back and forth on one channel, but then they would have a back channel that they can talk to them like secretly off air type shit. So Buzz Aldrin, damn man, he just passed away. Now I should have reached out.
Talking about Michael Collins or Neil Armstrong?
It wasn't Armstrong. It wasn't Armstrong.
Well, the 3 was Neil Armstrong. Are you talking about?
It was Buzz Aldrich, Neil Armstrong,
and Michael Collins.
I forgot the name of the third guy.
Had to be him.
The third guy?
Yeah. He was the one that was like, yeah, man, these things are here. They're up here. What should we do? Like, they watching us. Like, so as far as the Pentagon, speak the Pentagon, right? Like this isn't like the National Enquirer or some old conspiracy YouTuber. This is the Pentagon saying there could be a mothership in our solar system. First of all, y'all been new. Like, first of all, y'all just trying to slowly drip feed the public this information. That's why, all these unidentified things are being shot down, and it was a Chinese spy balloon, but the other 3, we don't know what they wore. We'll let you know more about that when we recover the wreckage. We can't get to the wreckage because it's just the terrain is too rough. Like, shut the hell up. Like, I've been knowing about this shit. The base, Dulce base. I've looked up Dulce base. It's New Mexico. I think that's in New Mexico as well. Look it up. DULCE, Dulce base. I think his name is Phil Valentine, if I'm not mistaken. He was trying to tell niggas back then. Everybody that tried to speak on it, they always mysteriously wind up killed or missing. Just so happened.
I know Buzz spoke out on that stuff a lot of times, and even
Buzz definitely was telling. He was telling. Buzz was telling, man. They went on Larry King. I remember this shit vividly, and they was saying, "Yo, we saw a lot of shit," and Larry King kept cutting them off. It's on YouTube now. Buzz Aldrin, Larry King, on Larry King Live. YouTube it. That was super telling because he was every time he was trying to describe what he was seeing and all these things following them on their way to the moon. Larry King would hurry up and like cut him off and change the subject, and it was like, oh man, let them talk, bro. Like let them say what they saying. Why you keep cutting them off?
They're controlled media.
Correct, because it's going against the narrative.
Shit is fucking retarded, man. I was so upset. Alan Bean was part of the Apollo 11 team, but was only credited for the Apollo 12 staff. Maybe that's what Danny. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. No, I don't think it was Alan Bean. I'm gonna get his name. What'd you say, Valentine? Oh yeah, Valentine with the Area 51. They tried to shoot him. He wound up dying mysteriously as well. Nibiru, yeah, the Anunnaki. They scrapped most of his interviews.
Hey, are you talking about Walter Cunningham?
No.
Okay.
Damn it, man. Words are words. You take them personal, that's on you. What's going on, Rain? Somebody fucking with you? Let me know. What am I missing in this chat, man? Trick question. We bleed anyway. Let me know if somebody fucking with you. Well, hey, these women are protected on this show. We go tell you that much. Don't make me ban a motherfucker. Oh, she said no. Nah, okay, all right. I'm just making sure. But anyway, yeah, man. So we'll get to this another day. This weekend, May 6th is finally upon us. We are 2 days away. Big K versus Murder Mook, Ill Will, and King Los. Charlie Clips, Rosenberg, Raw. Also, Chilla Jones, Kenny Black, Shark Tank is throwing their own event. Tay Rock, Danny Myers, Twerk. Who else? Casey J. We all will be in Rhode Island Saturday. So if y'all in the New England area, pop out. We got a dope event ourselves. Like I said, I hate having a rap on a big event day because I be want to, watch the battles. You know what I'm saying? But I got to do my own battle. So I'm gonna miss out on the RBE event, but I got the hookup. Shit, I got the hookup. Somebody gonna send me them damn battles. Somebody. So who's winning this weekend?
Huh?
Who's winning?
Man, like I said before, I think Big K gonna surprise people, man. I'm going for the underdog. I got Big K 2-1.
Oh my! All right, who you got? Beat?
It's kind of hard to go against Mook. I do like Big K. I don't think that it's going to be a 30, but I'm going to go with Mook 2-1.
Okay, Theodore. Teddy.
It's a hard one, because they're both just so good. And I just don't know anything about either of them yet. That's on me, though. That's my fault. I need to get more,
Hey, Danny. Hey, look. Hey, Theo's a supporter over at Too Loud Radio, man. He started coming over here and stuff. We asked him the same question. We were talking about the battles. We asked him the same question. He was like, "Well, they're both really good and talented." If I were gonna go by a name, if I were gonna choose by a name, I'd go with Mook.
Right. Danny better than all them boys. That's a freaking. And she says, shout out to Theo, Mrs. Traumatos. I'm still sticking with Mook 2-1. If Big K wins, that's dope. That's dope for him. And I'm not even mad at Mook if he loses, because like anybody could lose. And just for you even coming outside and mixing it up with new era, you battle with Geechee, you battling Big K. Like I'm liking this because prior to that, he battled Reed Dollars, which is basically from his time. Him and Lux, they came around the same time.
And then I think he did like a 2-on-2.
I think Calico was like the first new, during not Calico. No, because Lux is the only one that battled Calico, but
he
Mook
battled
had
Tay-Rock.
battled Iron Solomon, but Solomon was around a little bit after Mook, if I'm not mistaken. So Mook was battling people from his era, but mixing it up with the newer generation, the newer talents is dope. So, and I'm still going with Mook though. Mook 2-1. I just feel like But if he try to come with a race angle, if you like white boy, what you know about?
That's
he loses with that.
That shit played out.
Well, hold on, Danny. Are you saying if he does that, like let's say he only does it one round? Are you saying if he does it at all?
Like if he do it for maybe 8 to 12 bars, I'm not mad. Now if you're going 20 and more, 20 bars or more on a race angle, it's almost like a cheat code because it's like white battle rappers can't really defend against that. Because if they do, now they look racist. Now you look like you're trying to defend against what he's saying. Like, no, I'm not. I'm not like that. And like that.
It's like low hanging fruit. It's like low hanging fruit. It's just
super low hanging fruit. And if you're Murder Mook, if you're one of the gods and one of the goats of this,
your pen is way beyond that.
You don't need that.
Right.
Just treat this man as an MC. Just rap about the bars. Rap about I'm better than you. This is why I'm better than you.
But what if he does it well, Danny? What if he does it really well and is well crafted? Because remember, JC did that to Sharon, and a lot of people said it was masterful the way he did it. Nobody really killed JC for using that type of angle, and he made it to where Sharon couldn't rebuttal. Sharon just went into his round.
It's so cold.
Right. So if he does it on that level,
let me tell you, JC had called me with that round.
Okay.
And he rapped it over the phone, and I'm like, yo, he can't even rebuttal this shit. And then when he did the battle, he couldn't rebuttal it. And
JC even said, rebuttal that, and he didn't do it.
He couldn't do it.
So it made it look even worse.
No matter what he would have said, it would have looked like you're guilty or you're trying to defend against this shit. Why are you trying to defend this then?
I was right. You proved my point.
You just proved this point. And now it's like we gotta give him the round automatically.
Right, but this is the problem. I don't have the problem with Mook, but this is the problem I will have with Mook if he takes that route, because it's like he can't defend against that. So it's like you trying to, but then again, it's a rap battle. It's a rap battle. You're trying to win by any means necessary. You want to win, but it's like being a GOAT, you can win without that. You don't need that. I just want a dope back and forth bar fest. It's a blue room, small room. That's where the lyrics and the pen's supposed to come out. Speaking of pen, Kinesis had Ill Will 3-0.
I got Los winning that one.
I got Los 2-1. And Kinesis, I know it's a Michigan thing. You got to go with your Michigan squad. You got Mook 2-1. But even if Will wins, I don't think it'll be a 30.
Yeah,
and
I don't think
Will definitely can win this battle, but I think King Los is going to continue to show people that he does this, and he don't be losing. Like
he really don't.
Don't see him losing. Like where
going against legends. Even he went up against Head Ice, DNA, Ill Will,
and Daylight. You know, in the Daylight battles is whatever. It's debatable.
Yeah,
call it however. So, you know,
I had him beating DNA. I don't know what people was. I was like,
no, he beat DNA. He won the first and second. DNA got that third though.
Said Pain,
but I thought that was a clear victory for him. And
for Pain was mad at me because I said Coach was gonna win, and he said I never really bet for him. I'm always against him. And you know,
if DNA would have had another round like that third, he would have won. But
Harlem is heavy on this card. Okay,
Los was like,
he came out firing in that
first. Los was low key dog walking
Daylight.
Low key.
Danny was there, wasn't you there, Danny?
King Los don't have enough experience. It comes down.
He might have battled on that card.
He just beat DNA, who has, to me, an arguably better pen than Ill Will.
So no, Danny wasn't on that card. That was a card.
No, I was saying Danny. I think he was there.
I was there. I was right.
He might have been in the building
battling DNA.
He might have been in the building.
I had him beating DNA.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, I thought I seen Danny there.
RX says that King Los don't got enough experience to be Ill Will. And that's what it comes down to.
Like, do you think it's disrespect?
A big factor.
Ill Will, like, Ill Will has been one of the legends in this game for over a decade, and to say that a dude who has like 4 or 5 legit battles is gonna like 30 him and all that, like that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think nobody said he was going to get 30. Yeah, I
I'm
don't
talking
think
about people in the chat. Some people in the chat.
Okay.
Like,
Well, the people were saying Will was going 30 lows. They was actually saying the vice versa.
no, I don't see a 30 either way. I don't see a 30, not at all.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, I can't see Los getting 30. Los he's good. He's really good.
No, I think sometimes people kind of
over. Teddy on here. Hey, Teddy on here. Hold on.
You smoke crack, don't you?
Teddy, what is that? Teddy, what is that?
This nigga Teddy pulled the pipe out on live though.
Hey, that Teddy or Poopy?
Smoke crack, don't you?
Disclaimer: I do not smoke.
Teddy over there hitting that girl. Teddy, you on that girl?
Teddy pulled the pipe out. Hey, I ain't mad at you.
You smoke crack, don't you?
It's a family show.
You smoke crack, don't you?
Hey, crack lives matter.
You fucked up, you know that, don't you? I see what I'm saying. I thought there was something, you know what I'm saying, that you done fucked up now. You know that, don't you?
You know you done fucked up, right?
Man,
it's a family show. That nigga said, Teddy on there, boy.
Bro, I'm dead over here.
Hey, Teddy, it's all good, man. We love you, man. My nigga Beachy said, I knew it.
No. Smoke crack, don't you?
Oh, crack, don't you? It's all good, man. Everybody got their vices, bro. It's all love here, though. It's all
judgment free zone.
It's an unfortunately shaped weed pipe, okay? That's all.
Hey, we ain't judging you, Teddy.
Anyway.
Yeah, okay.
I got wipe these fucking tears on my eye. Anyway, Ill Will.
Hey, hold on. Was that God's tear? Was that God's tear?
Anyway, Ill Will, King Lo's gonna be fired. That could be battle of the event. Back and forth because Ill Will got jokes, punches, that street talk. King Lo is highly lyrical, and I feel like he's gonna get into other bags, but I don't think he's just gonna try to sci-fi, pyramid code, Da Vinci code, just out rap it. Like I think he's gonna tap into other bags.
I don't think that's not gonna be Ill Will.
That's not.
Ill Will's gonna come with the jokes and you know what I mean? He's more well.
You can't outdo Ill Will.
Can we say this? Does, right? Ill Will's the better all-around battle rapper.
Oh man,
because he does so much different things. He could get serious. He could talk the street shit. He could do the jokes. He could do, you know what I mean? Like Ill Will could do a whole bunch of different things and it's entertaining.
But I got Los, man. I just feel like he about to show us something in this small room, man.
I feel, oh man,
I'm biased towards the writer.
Yeah, I don't know if that galactic shit is gonna be Ill Will though. Not for no 3 rounds.
Los is a lyrical genius. Period.
But that's assuming that's the route he's gonna take.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like not for 3 rounds. Now maybe here and there, but Ill Will's gonna come with them straight like the punches, straight punches, the jokes. He gonna make people laugh. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be well rounded, especially if he come like he did with Hollow.
Mm-hmm.
He was magnificent.
Would you have win in that battle?
That track with Marsha is legend.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Every time I watch it, I got somebody different, man.
That one was. I had Hollow the first time. I watched it again. I was kind of edging the wheel.
And you're like,
that,
might have wedged that right.
Yeah.
For real, low key, that's almost like the chess and easy battle. It's like every time you watch it, you're like, ooh, man, I missed that. Well, that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that battle was so close. I'm like, the culture won. That's all. The culture won, man.
Top 5 states, top 5 battle rap states with the best battlers: New York, Pennsylvania, California, New Jersey, Michigan. I agree.
New York, Pennsylvania.
I know Georgia and Florida will probably be like, oh, for real, y'all sleeping. But yeah, because New York and Philly, California, New Jersey, and Michigan, those are the best states for battle rap for sure.
Yeah, that's a good list.
It is what it is.
That's a good list.
Hollow and Ill Will was preference. I had Hollow. I was in the building. I had Ill Will. I wasn't in the building, but I had Ill Will 2-1. But it could easily be the other way. And to me, that's still the best battle of the year so far.
I will say though, Danny, that we also got it as a if we do an honorable mention, we got to do an honorable mention to the Carolinas, because the Carolinas got some guys who could rap.
Cool. Could you name 5?
You got to do honorable mention to Carolinas for sure.
Chaos, None, Swamp.
Is T-Top?
T-Top. Yeah,
T-Top.
like they got
What about is Bad News from there?
Yep, he's from North Carolina.
Yeah. Like North Carolina would have to be 6. They would have to be.
I want to battle Eminem live. Let's do this. Detroit's finest versus Ireland's finest. Captain, I didn't know you was from Ireland, but salute. Shout out to
salute to Ireland.
But I don't know if you want to.
You would need 50 million to get Eminem.
Oh, and they said Briz is from North Carolina.
Well, Briz is like he right there where my man Tink from, like Delaware.
Okay.
But I think he also reps that Carolina shit too as well. Bar God versus Rap God. Me versus Eminem.
Or you vote versus Royce the 5'9".
I'm with that. Yeah, I should get Royce on the show next week.
That would be dope.
About that.
That would be
dope.
Crazy.
Let's get Royce and see what he think about me versus him.
That'd be fire.
Would you battle Lord Banks, Danny?
It's crazy because I just hit Banks up about coming on the show talking about his new album. And I was like, damn, would Lloyd Banks come outside and battle me? Lloyd Banks, I was surprised that he even knew who I was. Like he had inboxed me one day talking about the Kid Chaos battle and shit. And he was like, bro, you just levels above these niggas. Damn, salute Banks. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I do got one of my actor homeboys coming on next week talking about his films, upcoming films. And I'm gonna be branching off to getting actors coming on more often. And like I said, I want to get Bob Lazar on here, talk this UFO shit, because he's like, one of my heroes, I guess. Some NBA players. What NBA player will best be on here, man? What y'all fuck with?
On the show, come on the show?
Yeah, to come on here and just kick it with us, man.
Damian Lillard is a cool one. And
That's exactly
that was number one on my list.
That's exactly what I was thinking. He the first person that came in mind because
Dame is the first one I was thinking. Let's just get Dame on the show, man. Let's get. I don't know his schedule,
from the
but
I'm
gonna reach out to him.
Yeah, shout out to Dame Dollar.
Danny, don't get Cassidy on here. Okay. I mean,
Cassidy's a legend. What you talking about? Yeah, like Cassidy is a legend. What you talking about?
I gotta get Kaz on here. I mean,
I don't know what they're trying to say there.
Yeah, that he wilding.
I don't get that part.
He said, "Nah, Kaz is GOAT. I'm GOAT gang, man. I'm GOAT gang with my man." He said Delonte West.
Oh, now they trolling. Now you trolling. Now you being messy. Now you being messy, man.
We need to get Delonte West some help.
You're trying to be funny.
Don't you?
Yeah, I ain't gonna kill him. Yeah, he do need help.
Yeah, salute to Delonte, man. You know what though? He should have ever smashed LeBron moms. That's what happened. You see what happened to you. You mess with that James family, see
Yeah.
what happened to you, man. Because he was the one. He was the one. Remember when LeBron had that bad game in the playoffs against Boston and they lost that series? A lot of people were saying because he had just found out that Delonte West was smashing his mom. So you take that. You can look it up. You can look it up.
If anything, I would try to get him some help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now he's strung out, cracked out.
Yeah,
Dylan Brooks about
up,
to go
man.
play for the Shanghai Sharks. Like, you don't cross LeBron.
That nigga said the Shanghai Sharks.
They pay good over there in China though.
You didn't see the memes on Twitter? The memes got him in a Shanghai Sharks uniform, jersey on.
Hey, well, that's his fault. He was saying, LeBron old. I don't respect nobody that don't give me 40. And then his team got blown out by 40.
They got blown out. Even before that, LeBron dropped 20 points in 22.
Bruh, that was the ultimate parallel universe.
Do you believe in a parallel universe? Facts.
Now, that was a parallel universe. That's a fact.
Foolish and Delonte got the same dealer. But as far as Payne versus Coach, I'm not changing my pick, man. I'm gonna still go with
Payne 2-1. Payne 2-1.
You got Payne 2-1?
Payne 2-1.
Teddy, who you got?
Oh man, I think Payne.
Damn, I'm sleeping on Payne. I've been sleeping on him for years. That's why he be having a gripe with me. He be like, Danny, man, you just don't fuck with me, bro. Like, I smoke, man. I'm telling you, you just don't fuck with me. And I'm like, yeah, I do, man, but I'm not sold yet. I'm not all the way sold yet. I'm seeing little mistakes technically in his writing. Not saying he's not a dope battler, but I just be seeing little technical shit. I'm such like such a perfectionist that when I see little shit, I fucking get irritated. I'm like, oh damn, that syllable didn't match with that syllable. It was funny that when Fonz battled me, he was like, nigga, you one of them every syllable got a rhyme, motherfuckers, or some shit he said. And it was funny to me because I'm like, well, yeah, I'm just like that. I'm just OCD with this shit. So it's like, if you say we about to go and knock on the door, and now I'm about to shoot a Glock with a 4. Though that rhymes, knock on the door, Glock on the 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you say we about to go knock on the door, and then I'm about to shoot a gat with a 4, now only the 4 in the door rhyme, but the gat didn't go with the knock. So Glock on the door, Glock with a 4, knock on the door. Glock with a 4, knock on the door. Glock with a 4, knock on the door. It's close enough, right? Knock on the door, Glock with a 4. We're just listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you say, knock on the door, gat with a 4. I'm irritated. I'm like, you nigga, you fucking suck. You trash. Like, and so I'll be seeing little shit like that. And like I said, you don't have to rhyme every syllable. You don't have to.
Right.
But when you listen to Eminem, Fabulous, Jadakiss, like these guys are like masters of syllable manipulation and how all the sounds are rhyming together. So it's not just the punch is rhyming with the setup line. It's like everything in every line is all connected. And
when you listen to M and he's doing the palms are sweating, mom's spaghetti, the lambs,
what I'm saying?
When you're
doing that, that's
everything is like,
that's masterful rhyming.
Yeah, right. That's like
so
you take your time to craft.
Palms are sweaty, and then you say dad spaghetti. But you don't. Palms are sweaty.
Because the palms and the moms, right?
When you do palms are sweaty, dad spaghetti. I get that sweaty and spaghetti rhyme, but the palm rhymes so much better with mom than dad. So if you say palms are sweaty, knees weak, and it's like you say dad spaghetti, and it's like you threw the rhyme pattern off.
Yeah,
threw it off. And when I hear that in battle rappers, I'd be like, yeah, you're not Jedi level yet. You're not ready yet. You're not ready. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be teaching some courses with this shit as well.
Yeah, one of my homies said that's a kind of a cheat code that some of the South or certain other rappers like Eminem have, because they're able to take words that actually don't rhyme and make them rhyme. Like Lil Wayne is good
Oh,
at
you mean
doing.
when they do the like
I had
water
I
stretching
had
and
a
stuff like
big
that?
fight with Fonz about this. About
Oh yeah, after y'all
people
battle, right?
enunciate certain words because of their region,
Right.
right? So you might be from the Midwest.
He did a lot of that in your battle, Danny. He was reaching for the heavens in your battle. Fonz, when you battle Fonz was reaching for the heavens.
Yeah. You know what though?
He was reaching like
after that battle. He's been improving though.
Like I didn't realize he did that much reaching until you battled us.
I literally was just with him. At his people crib last Saturday.
I gotta head out.
Debating our battle.
Oh,
take it easy.
Salute.
Hey, don't do drugs.
Yeah, don't do drugs.
Yeah,
that goes for everybody.
I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm definitely about to get up out of here. I got an interview to do, but next week we're gonna bring on some dope guests. We having some more giveaways next week, man. I gotta get ready and go to Boston tomorrow, actually. So salute to Kinesis and G-Roll, Ryan, Elk Bomb, Teddy, Payne, everybody. I mean, this is just Andre, you know what I'm saying? Like, salute to all y'all, man. Hey, Trauma, tell your wife that she gotta tell me about this Nome, Alaska's experience off camera.
Hey, if you got time, I'll hit you up after you get off here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she'll talk to you then. I think she just be camera shy. Like even just talking with the camera off, I think she'd be camera shy.
Yeah. Salute.
Hey, are you doing a YouTube interview, Danny? Because if you are, I'm gonna pull up and watch it.
Yeah, we definitely doing that. We're definitely gonna be doing that next week for sure.
Okay.
That's a bet. All right, y'all. Peace.
All right, y'all.
Get it on out of here.
All right.